Hi, CMattDye here. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and today I want to talk about the NFT market over the past week and what I'm expecting going forward, along with what I have done in the past week. So looking at the data here, we can see day over day volume is up, trades are down, NFTs sold are down. Doesn't really matter day over day, but over a longer period of time, and you can see the volume. If we go week over week, you can see the volume is down, trades are down, NFTs sold are also down. And you can see the volume is a little bit lethargic. This doesn't really count over here, but you can see it's trying to get over a million, and then that's about it. If we go month over month, you can see that everything is up right now, just because it is volume's doing pretty okay, but it's nothing great. And we had that volume coming over around the end of December, early January, and now it's starting to fade a little bit, and we're seeing that in the market. So you saw that you had a lot in late December, early January, and it's definitely trickled off a little bit. We'll have to wait and see what actually happens here, but we're definitely experiencing a little bit of a pullback in the CNFT market, which is confirmed by what we see here. So let's get into the top 5. So if I scroll down here, number 1 is Earthnode. Earthnode, a lot of people are pumped about Earthnode. Now they can stake their WMT tokens or World Mobile tokens. Number 2 is Ape Society. No surprise. Number 3, Spacebudz. Number 4, TV Kills. And number 5, Jellycubes, which just had a mint, which is very interesting. And we'll see that in the charts when we start talking about that project. Looking at the rest, we have Foxed, Orimob, Pond, Clay Nation, Mallard Order, Tavern Squad, Cardano Crocs Club. So a lot of the big ones. Then we have Working Dead and the Frog Collective, which are some newer projects. Then Mutants, Cabins by the Ape Society, Boss Cat Alien Club, Boss Cat Rocket Club, Cornucopias. So a lot of the larger projects are in the top 20. Let's get into the top 5 because that's what I like to talk about. So number 1 is Earthnode. Earthnode has a floor of 82,500 ADA. All-time high sell was 135,000 ADA. I don't believe these have any rarities at all, so every token is the same. There's 349 holders, and 1,000 of them were minted. These are basically the node stakers on World Mobile. So you can see the floor, when they first launched, the floor was kind of high, and now it's starting to drop a little bit. The floor has not been found yet on this project. Only a select group are going to be buyers of this project, so it's kind of niche, but it's definitely sought after. You do have a large group going after this right now. And when I say large, it's bigger than this number here. How big is it? I don't know. But we'll see what happens when it does find a floor. I would think it would go below 80,000. But what happens, we'll have to really wait and see, because it's really a crapshoot right now because the floor has not been found. And because it hasn't been found, we'll have to wait and see. But you can see there are some whales, 377 NFTs, that's probably the project wallet, 61 NFTs, 755. So you do have a lot of holders here. And you can see that in the 349 of 1,000. That's 34.9% are legit holders. So that's kind of strong in that regard. And I would expect nothing less for Earthnode. So that's a project that I think is going to be very good long term. So next is Ape Society. Ape Society is definitely a strong project. You have an all-time high sell of 250,000 ADA. That's very strong. Right now the floor is above 10,000. You have 2,008 holders out of 7,000 minted, and only 54 listed at the moment. That's very strong. And we can see here on the chart looks very lethargic here. So I would not be surprised to see it drop under 10,000. But we'll kind of have to wait and see what happens. Looks like anywhere from 9 to 9800, so 9000 to 9800 is kind of a stronger area. So if it busts through that, then it should be able to easily come 6-7,000. I don't really know with this right now, just because it's moving up lethargically, which means it can continue. However, that this is going to be some strong resistance at 13,000, 13,500. So if this does pop back down, I'm going to watch that area. 9,000, 9,800 is what I'm going to be watching. But if it were to break down, then we can see a much larger pullback in the CNFT space, and that would drop it around that 6-7,000 level. I wouldn't expect apes to go anywhere lower than that, but I kind of don't expect it to go that low right now. I think that 9,000, 9,800 range should be pretty sufficient to hold any extra supply if it does go a little bit lower. Next, let's go to Spacebudz. Spacebudz all-time high sell 510,000. You can see over here there's only 77 listed right now out of a 10,000 mint with 3,282 holders. That's strong. And the floor is trying to push over 5,000 ADA. Right now it's 4,999. And we can see here the chart is pretty hideous. It's definitely kind of ugly. You had it kind of since basically February of 2022. It's been dropping, price has, and now you're getting a little bit of momentum in there. And if it can push over that 5,000 number and have a few days over it, I would fully expect it to be able to push over 5,500, 6,000. The area that I'm going to be watching is going to be that 6,000 mark. If it can get over that, it can get a little run. But if it can't get over 5,000 for consecutive days, it can easily pull back a little bit more. And right now it's kind of just there. You don't really have a lot of areas to look for. I mean, I would think that 2450 is going to be the all-time low. I wouldn't expect it to go any lower than that. If it did, it would be a gift, I think. I really don't expect it to do that, though. I expect it to be able to hold some areas. If it can't get over 5,000, it should stay over that 3,950 or 4,000, and maybe it just moves sideways in that vicinity. But we'll have to kind of wait and see what Spacebudz is actually doing. But they are a strong project, and they're going to continue being a strong project. So we'll see what they can do. Next is TV Kills. That's a fairly new project. You can see right now they have 1,000 holders out of 4,444. All-time high sell of 2.5 thousand. And I've said this before, with new projects, anywhere probably between 5,000 ADA and 2,000 ADA, you get that sell. It doesn't mean the project's going to be good. It just means that someone's taking a flyer on it. Some whale out there is taking a flyer on it. If it does turn into something, that will be multiplied. If not, they don't really care. It is what it is. But 2.5 thousand is a decent price. They have an 80 floor right now, and you can see the floor is still trying to find itself. So you can see that right after mint, it was around that 80 level. It dropped into 60s, and now it's trying to find itself again. This chart says 70, and the floor price is 80, it says. So sometimes the software doesn't pick up as much, and I have my gripes about OpenCNFT, but they are the best out there right now, in my opinion. But right now the floor has not found itself. If it does break the 63 mark, maybe it does come down a little. I don't really have any expectations one way or the other, but the floor has not been found yet, and that's what everyone's working on right now. Once that floor becomes found, if it does take out 100 and have a few days over that, maybe it does push up a little bit. But right now it's kind of just finding itself. And you know, not really much to talk about. You can see the top holders hold a lot. So 41 here, 43, 44, 47, 327. That 327 may be a project wallet, but you can see that 1,000 out of 4,444. You would expect the large holders to have a lot, but it's still a strong number. 1,000 is a pretty good number of holders on a 4,444 mint. So that's kind of cool. Next, Jellycubes. Jellycubes just had their second mint, which is their last mint. You can see they've had an all-time high sell of 18,000. Now, what I was saying about that 5 to 2,000 level, 18,000, now that's a real number. That's a number that means people believe in the project. I believe in the project. A lot of people out there believe in the project. 18,000 is nothing to scoff at. 39.28 a floor right now. You see there's 572 holders out of 2,600. That's all it's going to be minted. They minted 2,500 and then they minted an extra 100 for giveaways and whatnot. So 2,600, that's going to be all that's ever minted for this project. If we go down here and look at the floor, you can see this boost right here. This is people trying to buy Jellycubes to be whitelisted because it was a one-of-one whitelist. So people were trying to buy to be whitelisted, and then pretty much everybody delisted for a snapshot. Like literally everybody in the project delisted. It was impressive to see. After the snapshot, you saw a couple listed. That's normal. But this project has a lot of diamond handers. It's a strong project, and I think it's going to be strong going forward. You can see that the floor dropped to about 3,300 over here, about 3,000. So that 3,000, 3,300 range is going to be a strong floor for this project, I think. If it were to break 3,000, that would be interesting. But right now I'm thinking 3,000 to 3,300 is going to be a strong floor. And this thing can push up. There's a lot of supply up till 5,000. So if it can get over 5,000, maybe it does get on a run. If it stays below, then that, you know, 3,300, 5,000 is going to be, you know, your sideways move. So that's kind of what I would be looking at for Jellycubes. If you look at this, you do have a lot of strong holders. The top 5, you have 46, 50, 60, 102, 121. That's pretty strong. You have 82 listed right now on JPEG Store in their smart contract. If we go up 572 holders out of 2,600, that is actually pretty strong. So that's what I'm thinking about with Jellycubes. They're a strong project. Out of the top 5, I think Earthnode, Ape Society, Spacebudz, and Jellycubes are all going to be very, very strong projects. I'm not hating on TV Kills. They're just a new project, and I'm not following them at all. So I just don't have an opinion one way or the other. So it is what it is on that one. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, like would be much appreciated. If you have suggestions, maybe I should do it differently, let me know in the future. Before we close, let me get into what I actually did. So inside of the Discord, we continue to give strong whitelist of spots. We gave a Ancient Dragon Alliance NFT away, a relic, and a couple whitelist. I picked up a relic NFT, picked up a few Good Droids passes, which I talked about in the Discord several days ago. They're actually minting today. They're going to do a 3-hour mint. What doesn't mint goes away, and you get a free pass with the beta pass here. And I got a Bees List pass as well, which I did get several weeks ago. I just don't think I've spoken about it since. And then I got a Raisin Sue. I don't know how to pronounce this, so probably butchering it, but I did get an OG Predator pass for this project here. So that's pretty much what I did. Continuing to move in the Discord. If you did want to check that out, you have to be a whitelist or an OG for any giveaways there. So hopefully you did enjoy that video, a little rundown. Appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the crypto markets. Take care.